So let's just get right into it. So the first thing, the headpiece. The only thing that I'm looking for here, really hasn't changed all that much, is intelligence and vitality again. And pretty muchly, if you can get resistance, all resist on any piece of your gear, you would want it. But in order to get intelligence, vitality, and all resist on a piece of gear, it is so expensive that you kind of have to prioritize and just select pieces that you really want to have resist on there. For my headpiece, I mean, gear or headpieces that have intelligence, vitality, and all resist and a socket are so expensive that they're out of my price range because I'm trying to upgrade all of my gear pieces, not just one. So I went ahead and just went with a headgear that didn't have resist because they're significantly cheaper, because that's people are looking for to have all of the stats. I also went with a wizard hat because I wanted to increase my maximum arcane power, because I knew I was gonna be using an energy armor, and any energy armor will reduce your arcane pool by 20. So I wanted to have a way to make up the loss of 20. So there's 11, and the other 14 that I'm getting is from my wand. So that's what I prioritize for my helmet. For my amulet, I'm looking for attack speed again, but this time, unlike my previous video, I want vitality on my amulet as well. So at this stage, pretty much everything that you're gonna wear is gonna have at least some vitality on it, because you're just gonna need it. And just to let you know, my total pool right now is about 41k, and that's where I really want to stay. I don't really want to go over too much. If I get to 50k, I might go ahead and look for things that will increase resistance or an armor instead, or go ahead and get more intelligence from that piece of gear to up my DPS. So for my shoulders, again, it's just intelligence, vitality, and resistance. Um, for my gloves, I did not go with looking for resist, because again, gloves with attack speed, intelligence, and vitality, and resistance is so expensive that I just foregoed it. Instead, what I look for is attack speed, intelligence, and some vitality. I got lucky, and I was also able to get some armor on this glove piece. And anytime you can actually have armor, increase armor on any of your gear pieces, that is a nice benefit, because energy armor is going to increase your armor by 65%. So you're really getting a lot of benefit from increased armor as a stat. So it's definitely worthwhile to at least look for, and if you can get it, go ahead and get it. For my chest piece, looking for resistance here again. If you can find one with a socket, definitely try, to get some extra vitality into there. For my bracers, it is about resistance, intelligence, vitality again. The regen per second, that is one in which I find very useful at this stage, because when you're kiting and you're moving, away from the mob, to be able to regenerate some health as you're running away, it's really nice. Rings, again, I'm looking for attack speed, and I've just included the need for vitality and intelligence into there. My other ring actually doesn't have increased attack speed, because jewelry with attack speed is really expensive now. So anytime you can actually find something with attack speed on it and it's reasonably affordable, go ahead and grab it, and you can always resell it for a good amount anyways. But this one, I just went with the damage, intelligence, and vitality. For my pants, something with socket, again, intelligence, vitality. Pants with like more than one socket generally get very expensive, so keep in mind that I'm a casual gamer, so I play this 2-3 times a week, and on the weekends I try to spend probably a few hours doing this. And I've been grinding gold, and also selling stuff at the auction house, but really none of these pieces, I believe the most expensive piece that I'm wearing right now is my wand, and I spent 400k on it. So it's not like I'm spending like a million on every piece of gear. I've been trying to stay with, trying to get as many pieces as I can within an affordable price, because I just haven't been able to grind like a million gold in a few days. I mean, that's kind of insane in my opinion. For the boots, movement speed is probably one of the more critical stats that you absolutely need in Inferno level difficulty. So, forego almost everything else, but be sure you have movement speed on your boots. In fact, try to get 12%, because things move so fast in Inferno, especially the champion elite mobs. You really need to be able to keep ahead of them. If I could actually get another piece of gear to increase my movement speed up to 20%, I will do that. But movement speed that isn't on boots, they're usually the legendary items, and they are really expensive. So that's something that I'm gonna try to get, but if that'll probably be much later down the line. And lastly, for the shield, I went with intelligence, vitality, and again, block is important to me, so I want something over 20%. So this is something that I kind of browse at the auction house constantly and find something I like. I got the added bonus of getting some extra armor on there, which really helps. The wand, pretty much when I got to level 60, this was the first thing that I got. And right now, I think at the auction house, the upper ranges for weapons is around 800 to 1,000, but those are so expensive that I don't even bother looking at those. So as I said before, I spent about 400k on this, which is probably the most expensive item that I have gotten so far. And this is the next piece that I'm going to upgrade again at this point to really be able to progress into Inferno. Oh, I forgot my belt, but the belt is resist, vitality, and intelligence. And on this one, the vitality intelligence is a little bit low, but the resistance was at 53 was so good, and it was at such a good price that I just went ahead and bought it. So there's a balancing act on how you're gonna gear your character at this point. So at this point, I have 3,515 armor, and if I turn on, my energy shield, it'll bump it up to 5,799, which gives me 65.91 damage reduce. Without energy armor on, my lowest resist, which is arcane and holy, which actually you don't really want that to be your lowest one, because the arcane swirly balls, those things really hurt, and if you get a jailer with arcane, they are very dangerous. So just base is 282, which gives me 48.5 reduction, and with prismatic armor on, it jumps up to 56.87. So it's a balancing act between health, your resist, and your armor, because your health pool it gets augmented by how much damage reduce and damage resist you have. So a lot of people that play, they call basically effective health. So if I had 50% reduction in armor, 50% reduction in resist, and 40k health, I have an effective health pool of 80,000, because I gain essentially an extra double my health from the reduction in damage coming in from armor and from resist. So there's a triangle that you're trying to balance along with how much damage you do. And from what everybody tells me is that to really get out of Act 1, you'd be wanting to do somewhere between 17 to 20k damage, which is quite a lot. So I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to get up to that point, but hopefully I will at some point without losing this character. But that's a short video on where I am currently. Thank you for watching.